Good morning. This is Megan Herbst with the Stearns Conservation District with your weekly conservation report. The first thing I want to talk about this morning is the pre-sidedress nitrate test. We have been very fortunate to receive recent rains, and many farmers might be wondering if we received a little too much rain, and side-dressing nitrogen might be on your mind. Consider using the pre-sidedress nitrate test to guide your nitrogen decisions in corn, which is especially valuable when the weather disrupts your normal nitrogen management, kind of like it might have this year. If wet soils prevented a pre-plant nitrogen application, or if you applied early but then experienced heavy rainfall, the pre-sidedress nitrate test offers a timely in-season check on how much nitrate remains in the root zone and whether a sidedress application might pay off. Based on 34 field experiments, University of Minnesota researchers found that pre-sidedress nitrate test value of 20 part per million of nitrate nitrogen in the top 12 inches of soil at the V4 to V6 stage in corn reliably delivers 97% of maximum corn yield. That's your target. 20 part per million is a strong statewide target, but weather matters. We saw variation in the critical pre-sidedress nitrate tests depending on early season rainfall. In dry springs, that critical pre-sidedress nitrate test rose to 21.5 part per million, and in wet springs, it dropped to 17.4 part per million. Still, when researchers looked at that data all together, using 20 part per million, give or take 2.5 part per million, gave the best overall fit. So that's kind of the solid benchmark that holds up across most conditions. The key takeaway is that if your pre-sidedress nitrate test is close to 20 part per million, you're in good shape. But if it's below that, especially in a dry year, additional sidedress nitrogen might pay off. If your pre-sidedress nitrate test result is below the 20 part per million mark, how much nitrogen do you need to get back on track? That's a good question. The University of Minnesota data shows that you need about 12.3 pounds of nitrogen per acre for every 1 part per million increase in soil nitrate nitrogen in that 0 to 12 inch layer. Of course, there is some variability around that number, but it does provide a good way to determine how much nitrogen might be needed. An example, let's say your pre-sidedress nitrate test is 16 part per million. You're 4 part per million short. Multiply that by 12.3 pounds, and you'd need around 49 pounds of nitrogen per acre at sidedress to reach that critical threshold. Of course, before applying additional nitrogen, you should make sure to evaluate other factors such as the crop yield potential and make a more informed decision on whether or not that application is warranted. The pre-sidedress nitrate test is a useful tool, but always use it along with local context. And just remember to sample between V4 and V6, go to a 12-inch depth, and use recent weather to help guide your interpretation. And most importantly, use the test alongside your best judgment, using your knowledge of the field and crop history. Another item I want to highlight this morning is an upcoming field day near Sauk Centre. Please mark your calendars for Thursday, August 27th, so I know we're a little early on this, but August 27th, our Stearns Conservation District Field Day, Farm the Best, Conserve the Rest, and topics will include retrofitting your own equipment for conservation tillage, benefits of reduced till, CRP, buckthorn management, and more. The field day will take place at the Roger Weber Farm near Sauk Centre, and a free lunch will be provided by Greenwald Pub for all who register. And finally, the Stearns Conservation District has a job opening for a conservation planner. This person will work directly with farmers on adopting conservation practices such as irrigation water management, nutrient management, and residue management, and that opening will be posted soon, so please check out our website at www.stearnscd.org for more information. That's all for me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. This has been Megan Herbst with the Stearns Conservation District with your Conservation Report.